started this years ago, so I've got a lot of confidence in them. For more information about today's show, or if you'd like to be on the show, log on to drphil.com. And fortunately, this year, we are able to have live audience back in the studio again. So if you want to be in the studio audience, just go to drphil.com and click on Be in the Audience. We'll have you here. And you don't have to be vaccinated, and we do wear masks. You see everybody has masks on. And for as long as that's required, we'll follow that along with all the CDC guidelines to keep everybody safe. We've kept you guys safe, right? Everybody was tested. We've kept everybody where they needed to be. You can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. And speaking of Facebook, you need to check out my Facebook group called Dr. Phil Fanatics. That's PHAN. It's a private group for superfans where you'll get the latest Dr. Phil news first. And don't forget to follow and subscribe to my podcast, Fill in the Blanks. This week, I talked to legal expert and women and children's advocate, Wendy Murphy. You don't want to miss this. And don't forget to subscribe to Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret. She got great guests that share the secret to mastering an influential life, the secret to kind, so much more. Lots of information there. So stay safe, everybody. I encourage you to get vaccinated if you haven't been. I think it's the right thing to do. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. So long.
WPSD Local 6, your breaking news and weather authority. This is Local 6 at 5.
Explosive testimony today during a January 6 committee hearing. A loyal Republican and aide to the White House Chief of Staff concerned about damage to American democracy.
It was unpatriotic. It was un-American. We were watching the Capitol building get defaced over a lie.
Cassidy Hutchinson testifying President Trump and his inner circle knew of potential violence to overturn the election and did not act.
Where I remember Tony mentioning knives, guns in the form of pistols and rifles, bear spray, body armor, spears, and flagpoles.
Today, bombshell testimony on Capitol Hill during an emergency hearing from the January 6th Select Committee.
The committee's investigating the deadly Capitol insurrection that day at the hands of pro-Trump supporters. At the center of today's testimony, former White House aide Cassidy Hutchinson, who provided a first-hand account of Trump's actions on January 6th. She served as a top former aide to White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows. Hutchinson's experience of working closely with Meadows would allow the committee to gain further insight into Meadows' efforts to overturn the election and knowledge of what took place the day the Capitol was breached. New today, we learned Meadows and others in the Trump administration were aware that some members in attendance at the rally before the Capitol breach were carrying weapons. Additionally, there were metal detectors set up at the ellipse where Trump was set to address the crowd. Now, some members would not enter because they were carrying weapons they knew would be confiscated at the metal detectors, or mags, something Cassidy Hutchinson testified the president did not care about.
When we were in the offstage announce area tent behind the stage, he was very concerned about the shot, meaning the photograph that we would get, because the rally space wasn't full. One of the reasons, which I've previously stated, was because he wanted it to be full and for people to not feel excluded because they'd come far to watch him at the rally, and he felt the mags were at fault for not letting everybody in. I was in the vicinity of a conversation where I overheard the president say something to the effect of, you know, I don't effing care that they have weapons. They're not here to hurt me. Take the effing mags away. Let my people in. They can march to the Capitol from here. Let the people in. Take the effing mags away.
The committee kept her identity under wraps out of safety concerns.
Yeah, that's right, Todd. The first former White House employee to testify publicly. Today, we heard from some of Hutchinson's pre-recorded testimony about the moments following Trump's speech, specifically what happened inside the presidential motorcade when members of Trump's inner circle were aware of potential violence at the U.S. Capitol and insisted the president return to the White House.
Tony described him as being irate. The president said something to the effect of, "I'm the effing president, take me up to the Capitol now."
To which Bobby responded, "Sir, we have to go back to the West Wing." The president reached up towards the front of the vehicle to grab at the steering wheel. Mr. Engel grabbed his arm, said, "Sir, you need to take your hand off the steering wheel. We're going back to the West Wing. We're not going to the Capitol." Mr. Trump then used his free hand to lunge towards Bobby Engel. And when Mr. Renato had recounted this story to me, he had motioned towards his clavicles.
More hearings are expected to take place in July, including one examining efforts by extremist groups to organize the attack at the U.S. Capitol.
The Supreme Court decision in favor of a former football coach who was disciplined after praying on the field after his games is sparking controversy. Many faith leaders are applauding the decision and the justice's support of religious expression.
Now, on the other side of the issue, civil rights organizations say it blurs the lines between church and state. Local 6's Jasmine Youngblood looked into this for us. So, Jasmine, give us the backstory on this case.
Jen, initially Joseph Kennedy would pray to himself, an idea he told reporters he got from the movie Facing the Giants. Over time, the prayers got louder and he moved to the 50-yard line where Kennedy would be surrounded by kneeling players. When he was reprimanded, Kennedy refused to comply and left the school, citing religious discrimination as the reason. The Supreme Court's decision in Kennedy versus Bremerton School District is setting a precedent. Whether it's a good one or a bad one depends on who you speak to. For Pastor Michael Pryor with House of Hope Ministries in Paducah, SCOTUS made the right decision.
We have a right and a freedom of speech. So with him kneeling and praying, I certainly think that he had a right to do that.
Corey Shapiro, legal director for the American Civil Liberties Union of Kentucky, disagrees. He says the controversy lies within freedom of religion. To him, minority faiths wouldn't have received the same treatment.
I think there'd be a different ruling. I don't think we've been seeing the same amount of religious freedom and religious exercise jurisprudence in favor of minority religions over time.
Shapiro says minority faith or non-religious students' rights are hanging in the balance.
It essentially eviscerates the rights of students who come from different faiths and typically minority faiths, and their ability to avoid ostracization and unwanted attention because they don't necessarily practice in the same faith as the majority does.
Pryor is aware of the inequality between religions in our country, but he hopes this will create opportunities for everyone to worship as they please.
We're in the land of the free, and basically if we're handcuffed, that actually takes away the rights of any believer, any religion. So you have to believe whatever you believe in.
Kennedy responded to the win saying, quote, "This is just so awesome. All I've ever wanted was to be back on the field with my guys. I thank God for answering our prayers and sustaining my family through this long battle." Jen.
Jasmine, thanks. There are still 4 more major disputes to be settled by the Supreme Court this term. More opinions are scheduled to be announced Wednesday morning.
Now, your Weather Authority first forecast.
All right, the clouds are moving on out, and it's going to be totally clear this evening. That's going to allow the temperatures to really tumble. Here's the view right now from downtown. There you see that deck of clouds that did hang around a little longer than we had thought. There it is now east of the lakes. No rain, though, thankfully, from those clouds. All right, tonight, temperatures on average will be near 55. Some spots will be below that, a few spots above that. So we'll say plus or minus 2 degrees around 55. That will be record challenging in most locations, so abnormally cool tonight. Tomorrow, tons of sunshine, unlike today. Clouds will be sparse. Temperatures will be around 90 degrees once we get to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll talk about some rising rain chances for your weekend coming up in just a few minutes.
Continuing coverage, a local nonprofit is partnering with the city of Marion, Kentucky to provide clean drinking water and other amenities on a mass scale.
And this comes as the city's dealing with a water crisis after its main water source was drained due to a levee breach. The Kentucky Dream Center will provide water through its disaster relief partner, Water Steps. They'll provide clean drinking water along with shower and laundry trailers for people to use to help conserve water. Water Steps will also purify gray water for reuse. Gray water is wastewater generated in homes or office buildings without fecal matter. The dam at Lake George had to be breached at the end of April. In response, people in Marion have had to conserve water usage.
Any resource we have right now has been beneficial and great. So we're super excited about that. Excited about all of our volunteers that we've had helping.
We are very excited to be able to provide this relief to the city, to the community. It's just what we do. We're here to help walk alongside our friends and our neighbors.
The city is still looking for people to volunteer and help. If you want to volunteer, contact the Marion, Kentucky City Hall. The death toll from the deadly Amtrak crash in Missouri now stands at 4. 150 people were injured in yesterday's crash.
The Amtrak train was Chicago bound when it hit a dump truck at a crossing and derailed near Mendon. That's about 100 miles northeast of Kansas City. A group of Boy Scouts were on board that train. They are credited with helping save many of the survivors. One Boy Scout spoke about how he broke windows and carried people out.
I just grabbed my shoes. That's all I needed. I just got my shoes and got out, and I just started going down the train and trying to bash windows and carry people out, because I mean my stuff wasn't important. Personal luggage doesn't come first, people come first.
A county commissioner said the county has been trying since 2019 to get safety improvements at that crossing site. At least 15 people remain hospitalized. More details about the investigation into the crash will be on NBC Nightly News tonight. Overseas now to Ukraine. The death toll for the airstrike on a Ukrainian shopping mall is now at 18. The building caught fire, raising concerns of mass casualties. Ukrainian representatives have requested a meeting of the UN Security Council to discuss the attack. At the G7 summit, leaders are now considering price caps on Russian oil. Today, Biden unveiled new sanctions on 70 entities, including a Russian state-owned enterprise.
A ban on new imports of Russian gold being implemented, and Turkey has agreed to support Finland and Sweden's NATO membership bids, removing a major hurdle to them joining the alliance.
The bodies of at least 51 migrants were found in the back of a hot semi-truck on Monday in San Antonio, Texas. 16 others, including several children, were discovered alive and were hospitalized.
In what appears to be the deadliest human smuggling case in modern U.S. history, the migrants were located last night after someone working close by heard calls for help. Officials say 3 people were taken into custody following the grim discovery. A unit from Homeland Security is now in charge of the investigation into the deadly incident. Ghislaine Maxwell was sentenced to 20 years in prison for luring young teenage girls into the orbit of convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. The couple spent time with some of the world's most famous and wealthy people, including Bill Clinton and Donald Trump and England's Prince Andrew. Maxwell was placed on suicide watch over the weekend. Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide while in prison.
And the Illinois primaries are in full swing. This is video of the Metropolis Community Center, one of many places in our area where you can go vote today. The polls close at 7 p.m. Central Time this evening. Typically, the Illinois primary is held in March, but lawmakers passed a measure last year to postpone it as they awaited the release of the U.S. Census data. The information is essential to the process of redrawing district maps, which is done every 10 years. We'll have preliminary results on our website and at 10 p.m. right here on Local 6. Paducah City leaders are set to vote on a project tonight which will change the landscape of downtown Paducah.
The city block contract is the main focus of tonight's commission meeting. Local 6's Jack Kane live for us tonight at Paducah City Hall. So Jack, what are some of the highlights of this project?
Yeah, Todd, the piece that city leaders are going to be voting on is a $3.6 million investment, and that includes a new park as well as a new walkway in that area at the foot of Broadway. Wayland Ventures, who the city is set to partner with once they fully approve this agreement, plans to invest $21 million into the area. Now, that's to build a boutique hotel as well as a mixed-use residential building. So the area of land that we're talking about here is that 3-acre plot down at the foot of Broadway, which currently holds the parking lot that a lot of people use when they go downtown. Also tonight, Paducah Mayor George Bray plans to address the comments made by county leaders at last night's fiscal court meeting regarding the outdoor sports complex as well as the E911 center. Live in Paducah, Jack Kane, WPSD, Local 6.
All right, Jack, thanks. We'll get another live update from Jack at 6 o'clock and see if the commission has come to a vote on the city block project contract. Service and sacrifice, 10 World War II veterans will soon take to the skies. And one of these, a B-25 Mitchell bomber.
Yeah, the plane is coming to Paducah in July, and Jerome Watkins is one of those veterans.
Our outfit built airstrips mostly, but we also built bridges.
Jerome was a CB, or the U.S. Naval Construction Battalions. Drafted when he was just 21 years old, Jerome was with the 71st U.S. Naval Construction Battalion, which eventually made its way to the South Pacific's Solomon Islands and Guadalcanal, also Okinawa. Jerome is proud of his service, but he remembers when it was time to come home vividly.
It was in latter August when they'd signed the peace treaty. And I heard my name called, and I thought, well, I wonder what detail that I'm going to be on now. And when I got what they called my name for was the first 15 to get on a ship to come back home.
How happy were you?
Oh, I was elated.
Ahead at 10, service and sacrifice. Jerome shares his pride in the work he did and the important part he played in World War II.
All right, the humidity and the heat will be coming back for the holiday weekend, and also a chance of a few pop-up showers. We'll walk you through the updated hour-by-hour forecast in just a few minutes.
It's like I'm downloading in slow motion. Wish we had better internet.
Charlie! That's right, it's me, Charlie. Wish specialist for Spectrum. Let's get that wish granted.
How?
Spectrum Internet delivers speeds of 200 megabits for a stronger connection on all your devices. Here, yeah, and here. Plus, get a free modem and free desktop security to keep your kids safe online.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
Why do we need all these remotes? I wish our shows were in one place.
Spectrum TV makes it easy to find your favorites. Plus, you'll have access to over 85,000 titles on demand. And with the free Spectrum TV app, you can watch live sports, news, and more on any device, anywhere.
Get Spectrum TV for $49.99 a month. Call 833-768-4999.
I wish we didn't have a contract. Granted. Oh, he's good.
Switch to Spectrum Internet or TV, or get them both for $49.99 a month each, all with no contracts. Call 833-768-4999.
At Menards, we've got everything. Supplies, tools, power, accessories, and all the extras to get you ready. Ready for fun, ready for friends, and ready for family. Get ready for summer with Menards. Pick up the 6-burner gas grill, just $579.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards. Hi, folks. Larry Stoveshead at Buick GMC dealer on Park Avenue, and I got full-size Sierras. I got 3 of them lined up here. We already sold this guy. I mean, just that fast. That's how quick they're selling. I got 20 more coming in this month. This one is a 4-door, 4-wheel drive. It's got lane keeping assist, heated seats, heated steering wheel, a front collision. It'll tell you if you're going to hit somebody, all kinds of stuff. Retails for just short of $53,000. I'll sell it to you for $50,995. Come get one.
Sky Tracker, brought to you by Oaks Law Firm, personal injury and family law professionals.
All right, in less than a week, hundreds of people will celebrate the 4th of July with cookouts and fireworks. While the celebration gives us a beautiful display of colors, some of our furry friends don't appreciate those loud noises.
And that's why one local veterinarian is urging pet owners to prepare before fireworks light up the sky. Local 6's Kaylee Anderson's here now. So Kaylee, what can pet owners do to prepare?
Veterinarian Russell B. Jones says it's all about having a plan in place, both prescription and over-the-counter medicine. But Jones says you need to have a plan before the 4th of July. And it starts with talking to a vet about what's best for your pet. Jones says prescription medicine helps noticeably decrease stress and anxiety, and they're safe to use. It's medicine Jones uses every day in his clinic, just in a different way.
I would highly recommend reaching out to your vet, asking them questions, seeing what options that they have, and then that way you can tailor a plan that's best for you and your pet.
Jones says pet owners use Benadryl to help with anxiety. It is something you can get over the counter, but it isn't very effective in helping with anxiety. Todd?
Kaylee, thanks. The best way to keep your pet safe is to keep them indoors this weekend and make sure their ID tags are up to date with contact information. Our Beat the Heat fan drive's happening now. Give us a brand new fan and we'll make sure it gets to someone in need. So far, we've collected around 430, but it's still hot out. People still need more.
Yeah, the Marion, Illinois Salvation Army has only gotten 4 fans. Remember, you can drop off fans there too. They're located at 906 Tower Square Plaza in Marion, Illinois. The fan drive runs through July 8th. Drop off a brand new fan at any Paducah Bank location or at the Salvation Army, as we mentioned, in Marion, Illinois. Local community service groups will distribute them to people who need them most. For a full list of drop-off locations, go to WPSD-local6.com. You can find Beat the Heat through the community tab. And tomorrow is our Beat the Heat one-day station drop-off event. Swing by from 6 in the morning to 5:30 in the evening. It'll take place in the front parking lot here at WPSD Local 6. We're located at 100 Television Lane in Paducah. Volunteers from our sponsor partner, Paducah Bank, will be on hand to collect your fans. Also on site at 10:30 a.m., the Paducah Wow Wagon ice cream truck. Come on by, give us a fan, and we'll give you some ice cream.
And you're be saying, wow, about those temperatures once we get to tomorrow morning. They'll be in the mid-50s. It's actually going to feel pretty cool out there as we start off your Wednesday. These were the lows this morning. Disregard Sykeston. There's a little bit of an error with the sensor in Sykeston. 58 this morning, Paducah. 61 Murray. 59 Union City. I'm showing you this because we can subtract about 3 to 5 degrees off of this morning's lows, and that's what tomorrow will be. Highs today, 80 Paducah, 82 Cape, 80 Sykeston, 81 in Union City. How about that? In the 70s today in Murray, Kentucky. All right, so tonight the record low in Paducah for the day is 55 from 2000. And we're going to break that, I think. 53 tonight. By the time the first rays of sun come up tomorrow morning, that will be record-setting cool weather across our area. 59 tonight, Murray, 57 Mayfield, 59 in Union City. And I can tell you, enjoy it, because we've looked through the several-week period of forecast data, and this is going to be the coolest weather we get for probably a very long while. All right, so the big stories tonight really haven't changed much since last night. Tons of sun for tomorrow, unlike today. The humidity starts to return on Thursday, and the weekend forecast still, as of right now, is fickle, and we'll go through that more in a second. Here's the humidity chart. The blue on here shows you dew points below 60. That's refreshing, super comfortable air that we've got out there today. Green is comfortable, yellow is humid, orange very humid, and the red is miserable. And you see the dew point reference there on the top of the banner. I'm going to play this forward through tomorrow. Notice the blue is still over us with the northeast breeze, so it'll feel really refreshing tomorrow. But notice how the leading edge of the humidity Thursday surges all the way into our area. By 9 o'clock in the morning, the dew points are over 70 in West Kentucky, and by Thursday afternoon, you see a couple of hints of red in through here. Those dew points getting close to 74 or 5. That will feel very, very humid. So by midday, evening on Thursday, the humidity will certainly be back. All right, here's the setup for Friday into the weekend. There's going to be a small boundary that comes down from the north. Friday, outside of maybe a pop-up shower, I don't really think there's going to be a lot. Saturday, here's 9 o'clock in the morning. Now remember, you're looking at a computer model 3, 4, 5 days in advance. The resolution of them beyond about 72 hours is low. The radar is literally not going to look like this at 9 a.m. Saturday. The computers can't see that level of detail this far out. So I don't want you to look at this and say, oh, it's a washout Saturday. That's not the point here. The point is there's a boundary coming south. Along of it, there will be some showers and storms. Most prevalent, I still think, on Saturday. The boundary sinks to our south on Sunday, and you see here from Tennessee down to Memphis, some showers and storms. But high pressure is going to come down from the north on Monday, and I'm optimistic that will give us a dry day for the 4th of July on Monday. But we're still a little early in the game to pinpoint the details of the storm chances. Tomorrow, after a very cool morning, 90, so a huge, we call that a diurnal range. 53 in the morning to 90. The spread from daily high to morning low is huge tomorrow because of how low the humidity is. 94 on Thursday. We'll throw in a 10% chance of a shower as the humidity comes in. Friday, 92, very humid. Small chance of a pop-up storm in the afternoon. Saturday and Sunday, we're near 90. We'll leave it as a 40% chance of pop-up storms at this point. We'll cross our fingers for the rain. If we do get any activity, I think it would be centered on the afternoon and evening. And as of right now, it does look like the 4th of July itself, hot and mainly dry.
Hi folks, I'm Josh with CFI Equipment, and this year we're celebrating 50.
50 years old, 50 years strong, Kubota strong.
That's right, Kubota and CFI have both reached a milestone with our 50th anniversary. Together we're stronger than ever, bringing you quality products, great service, along with 0% financing on all new Kubota tractors.
We're 50 and I love it.
The CFI Equipment, that's 3 miles off exit 16 on Highway 62.
What's your favorite holiday? It ain't Christmas. What is it? It's 4th of July. What better way to celebrate 4th of July than with American-made products being on sale by Lazy Boy? You can get $100 off of your recliner, $100 off of your sofa. What about a love seat? $100 off, and I won't stop there.
Let us help you create something beautiful at Creative Interiors.
Hello, my name is Dean Owen. I'm a local CPA and tax professional. Did you know in many situations you don't need a tax professional and you can get your taxes done for free? If you're a small business owner, self-employed, or a retiree with retirement accounts, you probably do need a tax professional, and that's where we come in. So if you got questions about whether you should pay for tax preparation or not, give us a call. Let's see if we can make your life a little less taxing and a lot more rewarding.
Financial solutions you can rely on. Dean Owen, CPA.
Are you looking for a promising career?
I'm making good money as a union apprentice instead of going to college and taking out big loans.
I joined the union after a few years of working. I wanted the stability a union offers.
Becoming a union apprentice has really changed my life. I now have a great job, great benefits, and a great future for my family.
The plumbers, steam fitters, and HVAC tech union apprenticeship applications are available July 1st through the 15th. Time is limited. Call today.
I've never seen anything like that.
Hips, belly, and roll. Who can master Shakira's iconic moves?
I would pay to see Nick Jonas do a belly roll.
Wait till you see this. Dancing with Myself, tonight on NBC.
The CDC is investigating dozens of suspected cases of monkeypox across the country. The group's received reports of 244 probable or confirmed cases in 26 states and D.C.
The disease starts off as a fever, then develops into painful sores within days that could take weeks to go away. So far, the disease is primarily affecting men who have sex with other men.
The majority of cases, if not all cases, have been attached to or attributed to sexual contact. So right now, I would say if you're not a man who has sex with men, the risk is low, but that remains to be seen. That could change.
Kentucky reported its first probable case of monkeypox on Friday in Jefferson County. The patient is in isolation. Health officials recommend seeing a doctor if you develop symptoms. They also recommend wearing a mask and avoiding skin-to-skin contact.
NASA's Capstone mission has launched to the moon. The small 59-foot-tall spacecraft carrying Capstone lifted off from a launch pad along the eastern coast of New Zealand. It's the first to head to the moon in a year.
The spacecraft will study a specific orbit where NASA plans to build a small space station for astronauts to stop before and after going to the moon's surface. Capstone is expected to take 4 months to reach the moon and will then spend 6 months in orbit for testing. Another nice sunny day outside today.
Expect some humidity over the next couple of days and possibility of rain heading into the weekend. Final check of your forecast is next.
Uvalde, Texas, a small town that has become yet another landmark. Back now with our NBC News exclusive.
When talking with someone about prearranging a funeral, I try to make it easier than they ever imagined. I help guide them to make the best decisions for themselves and those they leave behind. If it's important to you, it's important to me.
Imes Funeral Home and Crematory. This is John. He hasn't worked this hard to only get this far with his cholesterol. Taken with a statin, Leqvio can lower bad cholesterol and keep it low with 2 doses a year. Side effects were injection site reaction, joint pain, urinary tract infection, diarrhea, chest cold, pain in legs or arms, and shortness of breath. With Leqvio, lowering cholesterol becomes just one more thing life throws your way. Ask your doctor about Leqvio. Lower, longer, Leqvio.
It's time to get back out and see America again.
And there's no better way than in a hybrid electrified vehicle.
And Toyota's got more than anyone else.
Like this electrified Highlander hybrid that has a driving range over 600 miles and never has to stop to recharge.
It just happens automatically, saving you over $3,200 in fuel costs over the next 5 years.
Now, during Toyota's electrified summer, get 1.75 APR financing on a new 22 Highlander.
Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, somebody ordered DQ.
Fernando, he's here.
The drumstick with peanuts blizzard and new caramel drumstick with peanuts blizzard, both with drumstick pieces and world-famous soft serve. That's 2 DQ All-Stars. Wait for 2 MLB All-Stars?
No way.
Ooh, play it cool, Mr. Delivery Man.
Thank you, Bobby.
That's so good. Play it cool, big hitter.
Have a good blizzard. Have a great season.
Big day for everybody.
DQ. Happy tastes good.
The boys of summer are back. Paducah Chiefs baseball at Brooks Stadium. Enjoy quality baseball headed by manager and former major leaguer Delta Cleary Jr. General admission tickets are just $5 and there's not a bad seat in the park. So come on, bring out the entire family for a night of delicious concessions and a great time at the ballpark. For a game schedule and ticket information, call 270-210-9766 or go online to PaducahChiefs.com. Play ball!
Genuine Care doesn't just see people. It takes time to understand them. It puts the needs of others ahead of its own. And when you start with Genuine Care, you get a very different kind of funeral home.
Imes Funeral Home and Crematory. 6 generations of genuine care.
Beautiful evening out there. Temperatures are going to fall into the lower 50s by tomorrow morning.
Okay, no thanks.
Thank you for watching WPSD Local 6 at 5.
It's an event 35 years in the making. It's Riley's RV 35th anniversary. Over 150 units in stock. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, new RVs for less than $5 a day, plus free delivery. Riley's RV, Highway 45 North in Mayfield, now celebrating 35 years.
Have you been to Anything Goes Trading lately, where we have something for everyone? Along with our traditional fabulous finds and items for your Pinterest projects, we now offer new vintage decor. We have new merchandise daily. And don't forget to check Facebook for our weekly sales.
If you're ready to sell your home or downsize, before you do anything, give us a call at Fernleaf Real Estate for a free assessment of your home and its contents.
And remember, there's no deal too tall
or too small for us to handle.
Anything Goes Trading Company.
At Venture River, excitement's a ride away.
Welcome to Venture River, Western Kentucky's only water park. We're opening May 27th with 2 new extreme body slides. So come visit Venture River this summer for gallons of fun.
Venture River is an ocean of thrills. Make a splash, catch some waves. Come along, let's get away to Venture River. Come on and catch some waves. Woo!
Hi, I'm Jerry Summers, New Way Flooring and Kibble. If you're thinking about that flooring project, we got just what you need. Like a big selection of luxury vinyl flooring. It's waterproof, pet resistant, it's easy to install. Plus, our prices start as low as 49 cents a square foot. We got it wood look and tile look. If you're thinking about Mohawk carpet, we still offer free install. Hundreds of colors to choose from and several rolls in stock. Before you spend more money somewhere else, come on down New Way Flooring in Kibble, Kentucky. Blink, I'm gone. Man, that blinker still ain't working.
It's an event 35 years in the making. It's Riley's RV 35th anniversary. Over 150 units in stock. Travel trailers, fifth wheels, motorhomes, new RVs for less than $5 a day, plus free delivery. Riley's RV, Highway 45 North in Mayfield, now celebrating 35 years.
Look out, Wheel. Here she comes.
Big buddy.
R.
T.
Hit it. Thanks. My shoes were a little scuffed.
Oh, come on.
We have $1 million winner.
I'd like to solve fun everywhere you look.
Sounds like fun.
That's what we like to hear.
Weeknights at 6:30 on WPSD Local 6.
Okay.